Alright. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fallout Titans Clash. Today we are back here doing the turns that we were doing previously, I do believe. I think, if I remember correctly, what just happened? I think Avery just saw the big ass mother that just popped up, right guys?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I believe I blasted the
Radroach mother? Or what was it called? Brood
whatever
mother?
I just blasted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Brood
took
Mother.
a
That
you took
that
your rifle to that
yeah, that
that thing's stomach.
I
Alright,
think I
cool.
killed a mole rat.
Killed it hard. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Avery, not Winchester, the Wanderer just, basically pushed you behind him as this big honking mother girl popped up there, which you can only see the head of, and it's kind of looking right at, the Wanderer at the moment.
Well, if anything, the best thing is it can't actually go down that hallway to an extent. I guess is that it would be too big.
It's pretty damn thick.
PNP.
It's waiting for you at the moment.
But
Shouldn't have
it
been
could turn around and see me and be like, lunch.
That's true. That's true. It does have a lot of spikes on it, apparently. At least, well, I'm assuming those are spikes.
No, those aren't spikes. That's part of the map.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's big, it's honking, and it's mean. Anyways, what are you gonna do, Avery?
Hum civilly e ant.
What?
I see the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And PTSD and news.
Oh yeah, 100% by the way. But I'm assuming I can also see if I can see mother. Oh yeah, mother. We've explained this. So it can barely see me, but I can see it.
Yep, because it's big. It's almost touching the ceiling of the map. There is a Radroach directly in front of you guys, though, and it seems to be pining right towards the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, do you have a Molotov cocktail?
I wish I do, but I don't.
What could this possibly be?
Assuming it can't fit through where I'm at.
Nope. Oh, well, it could try, but it would have to get through a lot of material, so it probably wouldn't be able to actually get to you. Not before you ran into Jab Taxi, anyways. So what are you planning on doing?
Well, let me look at my old character sheet here.
Yep.
I think I have a pistol. I do have a 99mm.
Mm-hmm.
Can a 9mm hit that Radroach from where I'm at?
Your shotgun could hit that Radroach if you stepped, right there.
Yeah, fair enough.
You are not at a far distance from that Radroach. That Radroach is just, like, pining towards you at this point. Oh, it's more focused on the Wanderer at the moment, but, you know.
I'ma shoot it.
Okie dokie. Roll me small guns.
Bang bang.
Shoot, bang, bang.
Bang bang. My sons. Kablooey.
Should have no
No
modifier.
no
on that.
modifier?
Yep.
God damn, look at the melons on that girl.
You are full of
What?
PTSD right now. So basically, with your 44, you rolled a 1d100 to see whether or not you could pass your roll, and you rolled an 81. So you are filled with horror, with terror, and with pure PTSD from this Radroach looking like the ones that were jumping on your face. You remember very distinctly how it felt to have a Radroach rubbing itself all over your face hole. Let me tell you, not pleasant. So you did mess with that shot. And you did take a 1 step, which means that's 1... What's your AP cost for a single shot for a shotgun?
So, how much AP do I have?
You have 8. So used 4 for this thingy-majig. And then don't you have a perk for this? Ah, yeah, you take 1 less from a single attack, which means you use 3 for it. You moved once, so you have another shot left if you wish to use it. Fix. Fixie. Hello?
I'll just take a shot at it.
Okie roll small guns again. Let's see whether or not you can hit. You don't have a whole lot in the small guns area, so it is a relatively difficult shot, but also you filled the PTSD. I will give you a +5 though, because you really want to kill this fucking bitch. Your gun slightly jammed on you, and this made you angry, so go ahead and roll your guns with a +5. Wow, you did hit that sucker. You hit that sucker hard. The literal opposite of what you had previously. You hit that thing hard, and honestly, I would have you roll your Wait, why is it not rolling your damage?
Because you told me to roll small guns.
Oh. Yeah, if you go to your weapons, you can roll your weapon and roll your damage. So feel free to roll that. Don't worry about the number it gives, just worry about the damage. Never mind, I'm gonna count that as a critical because it can. Real quick, just check to make sure that's not. Oh, that is in fact doing exactly what it needs to. So yeah, I'm gonna count that as a critical. Roll me 1d10 because it's gonna die anyways. I'll tell you that right now. You just did twice as much health as it did. Alright, you don't deal double damage. Not like you need to, but... Is that the 3rd time y'all have rolled a 1 on that?
Yeah.
Alright. So you don't get to horribly obliterate this horrifying thing from existence, but you do remember what it feels like to have its underside rubbing against your face. So you decide to turn its underside into jelly. A very viscous and gross and demented jelly, but a jelly nonetheless. Alright. Jab Taxi. You currently have a dart and a dartboard, I do believe. Jab. Jabby. Is he there?
Taxi.
He's not
Taxi.
muted. Oh, his audio was being weird. Hi, Jab. There you are.
Hey.
Can you not hear the jet taxi?
We can now.
We can't now.
Hey, so I'm gonna sit here, and there's the rider in front of me, right?
Yep.
I'm going to try to befriend it.
Alright. Let me look at your skills real quick. You do have 48 in Animalism, so feel free to try rolling Animalism. Or Charm. You can roll either one. Charm or Animalism. And just get above a 0.
Let's do Charm.
Okay. It would be really hard for you to miss. Let's just roll the button next Charm. No modifier.
Ah!
Somehow you oh my god, dude, how is it? How did you barely miss getting a critical fail?
Sin, the reason why we miss things that we shouldn't be able to miss is because of your dumb system.
It's not a dumb system. It is a mathematical process. It is a perfectly working mathematical process. Anyways, you can also use Animalism if you wish.
Just to roll a d20.
Yes, I'll try. I will try Animalism as well.
Basically, Ron, he rolled a D100 and got a 99. God damn. That one he rolled a 5.
Then why is it a -22?
Because it's your skill minus the D100. His skill was 77, minus the D100 of 99 gave him a -22.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would
That
why
made
would it
perfect
take away?
sense. What?
Why would it take away? What?
It's your skill minus a 1d100. If you get 0 or above, you succeed. It's basically rolling a d20, but having a modifier to make it easy, to make it so you have a higher chance of winning.
Yeah. Funnily, always lose.
Anyways, so you roll the animalism skill, and well, you attempted to charm it first. It didn't understand what the hell you were saying. Basically, it was like you trying to look at it and play charades, kind of like a mime. And then you walk. I'm assuming you walked over and just started petting it.
Yeah, no, this is how it goes. It goes, oh, pretty good looking driver. Who am I kidding? You're not kidding me. And he just walks over and hands it like a random piece of ration.
All right.
Like a piece of meat.
It decides to start eating the ration, and yeah, it's not gonna attack you now. You have managed to actually befriend this red roach. It has no qualms with you. You have not tried biting it, attacking it, and you fed it, so it's not going to try climbing on you for food. Or other reasons. Okay, so now...
Isn't this rat roach dead?
Oh yeah, sorry, let me remove that. I have about 15 things on my screen right now. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
Jetpack just like sits next to this rat roach because he knows it's safe, at least for now.
You just peg a rat roach. Alright, where's rat roach number 4?
You bet your sweet apple bottom jeans, yes.
Alright, rat roach number 4 is going to desperately try attacking Ron, and I can guarantee you it's going to fail. But let's see if it gets a critical. I would be amazed if it could do anything to Ron. It literally doesn't have enough attacking ability to hurt Ron unless it gets a critical. Ron has so much AC, it's obscene. Alright. Modifier is 0. Nope, it fails so hard. It fails so unbelievably hard, Ron cannot even feel it. He literally doesn't notice that there's a rat roach literally licking at his foot. Thank you, Mr. Rat Roach.
All I picture is just the rat roach is like...
Pretty much. How much do you have? You have 8.
With a big old comic cartoonish tongue.
Right there. This mole rat is just kind of hanging out by itself. It's just having a fun time. So, Ron, as this rat roach is comedically licking your foot, you see a mother honking rat roach in front of you, stepping over the ruined remains of a wall which used to be a living room. You can tell by the sofa. And it's looking somewhere in the vicinity of where you assume Avery is. But mostly its ass is pointing at you.
My goodness, I've never seen a specimen this big before. I wonder what caused it to be so massive. How long could it have been here in the first place? So, he's not going to do anything. He's going to sit there and study it.
Wait, you're going to sit down?
Yep, he's going to sit there and watch it as he's studying it.
Alright, roll me, what is it called? What is your melee called? You have a melee, what is it called? Combat, We'll go with fist and feet. Roll me your fist and feet.
Alright.
Plus 10.
I think I know what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, roll me a plus 10.
With a plus 10?
Yep. Alright. You sit down, and this rat roach isn't a fucking idiot. You do still manage to swat it with your tail, but it managed to move around, so it used its very hard ass to prevent itself from being horribly mauled by you, as it is now quite far away. Whee! Wait. Whee! You don't notice its existence.
Nope. I'm too busy looking at the other one anyway, and analyzing it in a sense.
Mr. Jab Taxi, the rat roach, which is currently in front of you, it looks up at you, and it's going to... Where's my rat roach? Rat roach, there you are. Where's his abilities? It's going to... What's the entertaining skill? You have a skill they use to entertain people. I'm gonna go with charm. It's gonna try charming you. It is an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
It doesn't...
Well, at least you tried. But that's okay. We can be ugly together.
can be ugly together. Alright. Rogue, you were previously injured. You, your back hurts a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean it's gushing blood at the moment. But...
Definitely does, but it definitely but it made me realize I had a machine rifle. So
yeah.
anyways,
And you can tell being covered in mole rat guts is not the most fun thing you've ever done. What would you like to do? Rogue?
well, if I remember correctly, the last time he saw this giant monstrosity.
Yeah,
of a
you can see its leg at the moment. Kind of, it's almost sticking kind of out from the doorway. You can see its leg. Having dealt with many radroaches over the years, you do know that that is definitely a radroach leg. But it's bigger than pretty much any other radroach you've ever seen. It's kind of scary.
Okay, I'm wondering what this thing had to eat, just to know, gross. But yeah, I am going to try to shoot the hell out of it because that's one thing I know. Because if the wasteland has taught me anything, if there's a big creature that's in unity that can potentially kill you, it's kill or be killed.
Yeah. You're going to try shooting it from the door?
Yeah, because I'm on cover.
Oh yeah, you are in full cover at the moment. You do have your assault rifle, which let me look at real quick. Rogue. Yeah, M17 rifle. Fortunately, can't do a burst, but you can shoot it from where you were standing. It's a slightly difficult shot, but you can see its head roughly. So you're welcome to shoot at. You could also make a targeted attack if you wish, which gives you a slight slight bonus to your crit chance.
I think I'm going to do a target attack because with this, I want to make sure I hit what I'm shooting at. Because last time it was just crazy, just point blank. So.
Yep. All right. So similar
this time, yeah.
Similar to how the actual game does it, the way you do targeted attacks is that you get a bonus to your critical and a slight debuff to your actual attack. So you're aiming for its head, I believe, which means you get a plus 10 to your critical, which is right here, critical chance plus 10. And on your actual weapon, you get a range penalty, head and groin. Oh god, do you have... well, you do have good enough for that. I'm gonna say minus 20. So you have a minus 20 to hit, but you do get a plus 10 to your critical.
Okay.
So just click it, then click minus 20.
Roll.
It's about a 1 in 2 chance of you hitting the thing at the moment.
Okay. Fire,
And you can
Just
do it twice. Yep. Just click to the left of the A17, the little button, and put in minus 20.
Okay, that's what I was asking for.
A semi-difficult shot, but it's a half-half chance. Alright, you missed that one. You can shoot one more time, though.
Yeah, I will shoot one more time. Let me bring up my...
That is still a minus 20. Let's see whether or not you can hit the sucker.
Okay, well, okay, where's my things going? There it is. And roll again. 20, negative 20.
Oof. Unfortunately, both miss. You're trying to hit its big fat head, but you are unfortunately in... Well, A, you're in pain. And B, you're not in the best of positions to hit the thing, especially since it's moving around. So both of your bullets, unfortunately, do go semi-wide. Trying to hit this thing is not the easiest target in the world, especially when you're blinded with pain. So both of your bullets slam into a wall just past it, and Wanderer can see both of its bullets kind of passing you. Now, Wanderer, you have a little bit of a more difficult time with this fellow here, because you're primarily a melee combat user.
I have a gun too.
Yeah, I mean, you
Those
could use your
wolves.
rifle, but it's gonna be a hard shot. I mean, well, you actually have more. God damn, do you seriously have more small guns than you do melee? Why do you have a melee weapon?
I carry an axe. I don't know how to use it because I almost hit Avery's leg.
You prefer using it, but you don't know how to swing with it. But a gun, you know how. So you're
I've been
welcome
hit
to
for a
make the
long
same shot
time.
the rogue did. You can see a little bit more of its body, however, so you can choose to make a targeted or normal attack if you wish.
I'll use my rifle to make a targeted attack at the mother.
Yeah, okay. I'm assuming on its head.
Yeah. Let's
If
see if
you
I can
get-
actually hit the head.
So same thing with rogue. Roll me a 20 on that, and minus 20.
So a rifle.
Rifle
minus
or-
20.
Yeah, on the 17A rifle. Having
Okay.
0 do it. Alright, 0. Can you get above
Yeah, that
rogue's
was 0
attack?
thing it.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, Zero, not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
You know, he has like a 10th of a chance to get critical every shot. Almost a
Roll a
5th of a
D10.
chance. Roll
a
D20.
D10.
Yeah.
3.
3. That would be critical success. That would be a minor wound. It takes 5 true damage, which means it bypasses all damage is the true damage. Why is that so low? Hold on a moment. That is not your damage, I can tell you right now. That is not. Why is your freaking damage thing always... Oh, because you don't have the bullet. Whoops. Rogue, let me locate a bullet real quick. Your M17 does +9, so it's actually 4 plus 9 is 13. So you do 13 damage to it and 4 extra true damage. Sorry, your numbers were incorrectly. So you effectively did 13, 17. You effectively did half its health in one shot.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you shot it in the face,
Holy shit.
ripped off its lower jaw, and now it's just bleeding profusely on the ground. And it's looking at you. You can take another shot, though.
I'm gonna take another shot.
Alright, take
Do it,
another
do
shot.
It, do it. Be a
If you
hero,
get another
Wanderer.
critical, I swear to God.
Do I do a
Yeah,
negative
minus 20.
again? Alright. No, I can't be this lucky. I'm gonna not get it.
Alright, the second one you miss because it's now looking at you, and if you've ever seen a creature look at you with no jaw as it's bleeding profusely on the ground, you know it's terrifying. I
look
really
at
hope
Avery,
none of
I'm
you have
like-
experienced this, but...
I look at Avery and I'm like,
So this was the thing that was chasing you in the vault, right?
Yep.
So I may have pissed it off.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna die. You
I
better run.
don't think it could get over to you, but I do want to see if it can crush the area next to you, because it's desperately trying to get to you guys. So I'm going to roll its strength, which,
it's pissed by the mask, man.
yeah, which has a lot more strength than most rat roaches. It's going to roll strength of -2 to break down the walls next to you guys. It breaks down the walls next to you guys as it's throwing itself against the walls. It is just crushing its way forwards, which, by the way, is quite possibly the most terrifying thing that either of you have ever seen in the Wastelands. And yes, Zero, that is in fact including...
I am taking 2 shots against this damn thing.
Okay, that is in
What?
fact including when a death claw almost ate your liver. This is still more terrifying. Alright, feel free. Are you taking a targeted shot or are you taking a normal one?
Oh, I
Oh,
can't
right, you
do
can't, can
targeted
you?
attacks.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
have fast shot. I have the fast shot trait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do you have a bonus critical? Oh, because you're...
Yeah,
okay.
I get
Yeah,
a
yeah.
+5 critical chance.
Yeah, so feel free to roll your Winchester rifle with no bonuses or negatives.
All right.
You did not put anything into your your small guns.
Well, I mean, we were first making the character sheet, so I
Mhm.
didn't know about.
You're very good at building ammo though. So we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah. So feel free
Yeah,
to
but
take
too bad I couldn't do it when we first actually started this damn thing.
I know, right? All right.
Oh,
So
take
feel
it
free
out,
to take
take it
2
out.
shots at it.
Alright,
You are
so
scared out of
first
your wits,
shot.
by the way. Oh my god, you hit.
Yay!
Alright, so let me... Oh my god. You managed to hit both times. That is actually quite impressive, I'll be honest with you. It has no armor, by the way, except for AC of 10. So, yeah, we're going to say you hit both times. And it is... where did you hit exactly? I know you weren't targeting, but your gun, you know, it's a gun. Where are you pointing?
Yeah, basically, probably overall in the general, probably like chest area.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so as it's...
I'm
well,
not paying attention, so I'm just.
yeah, you're screaming as this thing is practically on top of you guys. As you pull out your gun, Jab Taxi can kind of see if he's looking behind him. Anyways, is he?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Jab,
you handed Jap Taxi a friend. Jap Taxi's attention is on friend.
that's fair. Rogue, however, can very easily see because its ass is halfway through the now broken down wall. As it's now on top of Avery Lee and Wanderer, as she's just shooting upwards with both of her shots right into its chest frame. And it explodes in blood. It rains blood. It is a bloody mess of blood. The blood is flowing onto you guys. It's in your hair. It's in your clothes. Freaking Wanderer will never stop smelling this thing.
I have a gas mask, so it doesn't go on my face. I'm like, well.
Yeah, unfortunately, Avery Lee was screaming when she pulled the triggers. So...
If she wasn't as red as she is now, she's a whole lot more redder now.
Avery Lee, how does Radroach Mother Guts feel in your mouth?
Honestly, she
Boy.
probably ate a lot worse, but still.
A
That's-
stooge of a different kind.
She's like, ew, 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 ew,
Yeah,
ew, ew,
it's
ew, my mouth.
Hey, she's like, oh god damn it, gross.
At least you killed it.
Jappy Taxi, you have your new friend. I won't take him off the listing here because it's no longer an enemy. It's just kind of looking at you. You have a new pet that Avery Lee might shoot, but you have a new pet.
I shall deem him Doug.
Oh no. Oh no.
You see
Alright.
Jap just like look at this thing and like you can't like you know how like the cartoonish like
Mhm.
stars in the eyes.
Mhm.
You just see
Yeah.
that, but like over the mask, and it's like he's just like flipping like paper in front of his eyes.
That is beautiful. Alright.
And you see Jap just like sit there for a moment, and he's like, "Wait, I need to find stuff." So I'm gonna search again.
Hey, yep. Feel free to
how does
roll
one-
your... oh, right. If you're searching, feel free to roll... Boop. Can't remember exactly if it worked for you last time. It should work. I don't know why it wouldn't. But yeah, feel free to click cave. Tell me... Oh, there you go. Oh, you got some... Yeah,
Hold on,
roll
parts.
D20. How many small gun parts do you get? You get 4 pounds of small gun parts. Nice. Alright.
Right.
They look like guns. Not proper guns, broken down guns of brokenness, but guns. Guns nonetheless. I'm gonna go 20.
Jap has no use for these things. I know. Maybe
Rad
the
Roach
others
is just
will have a use for that. Come on, Doug. Let's stay out of this. Jap Taxi picks up Doug and
Good God. The
Locked
this
over here.
rad roach seeing its mother, well, not seeing its mother, but hearing its mother die horribly, painfully, and being swatted by a death claw, leaves. Well, it doesn't leave. It just throws itself into this building essentially. It just fucks off. There's more rat. It's doing exactly what it did earlier. It wasn't there to fight. It was just there. It left. Bye bye. It had zero interest in you folks. Alright, so let me remove you all from this turn order. And then you guys are done with your combat. How was your first combat? I've never seen combat level 1s before.
Not too bad. I'm actually surprised some things are everything, to be honest. So
I am pushing the corpse off of me.
Y'all just see Winchester just peek around the corner. What did y'all do to it?
What do you think I did to it? I fucking killed it.
Why did you have to kill it? We could have studied it.
I don't know. Maybe because it was trying to fucking eat me.
Red roaches don't eat meat.
Yes, they do.
If red roaches are based off of a normal roach, they do not eat meat. They eat cartilage. They say I think so. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I last looked at the physiology of a roach.
Okay. So
yeah, my character just goes around when what's Deathclaw's name? Winchester.
Winchester.
I walked around Winchester to see what's going on, and he sees all the blood.
it was nasty.
Oh, what did you do to it? Did you blow it off with a shotgun or something?
Yes, I killed it with my fucking shotgun.
It looks more like you took a Gatling gun to the poor thing.
That's because this here. You see this girl here? She cocks the shotgun. Helped me without the wasteland for many, many years now.
Ugh, what's barbaric weaponry?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm glad I'm not the only one that blasted the varmint
Shot
to
the damn thing.
smithereens. Because I found out that I had a rifle on my back, which my back might be very injured. But anyways,
Can see him
I-
bleeding on the floor.
oh yeah, that might be my blood. But yeah, I kind of at point blank just kind of splattered its guts and everything over the other side of the wall you're on.
Through the destroyed muck, you can in fact see a bullet hole in this wall, and it is in fact also taped to a giant ass of a mole rat broodmother. You assume it's an ass of a broodmother, at least. There's a lot of blood on that wall. You're not quite sure it's all his.
Well, boo fucking who. Anyway, can we leave now? I'm pretty sure. Guess what? There's pretty much nothing here but scrap. And
Oh, but you see, my dear ma'am, scrap can be very useful, especially to someone of my caliber. Well, if you'll excuse me, if you want to leave, of course, you can. I will be here a few more minutes as I look for anything that could be very useful. Winchester sorts of wanders back.
Oh, you guys
around.
also get this stuff, by the way.
Okay.
hollow tape, rope, common
Yep.
under.
Feel free to
Avery?
distribute that and grab that as you want. By the way, this little area here is up to Avery's discretion on whether or not she points out that there's an area over there. Most
Wait,
areas
which
seem quite
area?
fine. The black area.
Oh, you gotta ping it to me because I can't see it.
Oh, it's on the
Oh,
top right.
black
Yeah.
area. Gotcha. Okay. Wait, is that the area where I think it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So you're welcome to mention that area if you want. It looks like any other area to most people. It does have a big ass door right here with like a containment seal kind of thing right there. Just so you all are aware. Does not look very inviting.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Avery, if you want, you and I can just wait outside if you want.
You never did get to look at the terminals. We'll go with.
I want to say something real quick. But yeah, I'll head out there in a moment.
I'll follow you.
Oh,
You don't have to.
Winchester, roll me,
Oh.
cave.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, roll me the
But I
cave.
don't want to.
Because you're
What?
looking around. Roll me a cave, since you're looking around. Oh, you got some shotgun shells. That should be a D. Oh, sorry. If you, why is it always funky? Hold on.
I
don't
know.
understand
Maybe if we
why
would've
I'm a
just
dum
stuck
dum.
with these 20s, we might not have had this problem.
Yeah, let's see. Ammo, shells, roll. Oh, you got some gauge pulse shells. Damn, those will hurt. Oh,
Can I look around, see if I can find anything too?
yeah. Feel free.
Okay.
Yap yappy.
Where
Debbie.
haven't I looked?
There's a lot of rooms in here. You do find some really nice looking shells though, Ron. You assume they're shotgun shells, but of a weird caliber. Gauge pulse. You've never seen these before, but they look pretty damn intimidating.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know what these things are? I can only guess that they're like shotgun shells. Maybe you can use them.
As you walk over to her, you do see her staring at this massive, thick-ass containment door. Which was also breached earlier, but she remembers that it was closed from her exiting it, like most containment doors.
I do say, this looks like the perfect place to be finding some good amounts of technology. Yeah. He drops the shells onto the floor for her to get in. He goes, well, so the door is open, right?
It is closed at the moment, but probably won't
It
be
won't
too hard
be
to
very
open.
long. It won't
There
be
is a
for very
terminal
long.
next to it if you wish to try opening it that way.
Well, he takes a look at it, but remember, big death claw hands.
Right? Yeah.
So he's gonna try to use it.
Alright, roll me computer science. Plus 10 modifier because you're computery. Nice. You are able to use it, actually. It is much more complicated than you are used to. It is very irritating. But you do, in fact, manage to click a button, get through some of the firewalls. You've used some of this tech before. You actually kind of built on using this tech. And the doors do shunk as it opens very, very slightly. You do notice that some gas is coming out, but it looks like frozen, air, basically. Like when you pull out something from a very cold room, looks kind of like that.
Yeah. So just dry ice.
Yeah, basically. It looks like a freezer. Essentially.
Clearly, somebody didn't want us to get in here. The encryption was pretty sophisticated, but nothing a brilliant mind like Emerson Winchester III can't handle.
Does the door open?
It does indeed. It opens very slightly, but would be not even a challenge for a baby to open at this point. So.
Well, are you going to take out the giant
Yeah,
black square?
Sorry, I need to make it. Go on. Delete.
Chester's going in.
There you go.
Going in.
Looks very messy. Don't mind what it actually looks like in there. That thing just looks like a mess. But yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty nice area, honestly. There is a couple of pods that are set up to the right. There's also a back room kind of in there. And then to the left is another set of terminals. Avery, you don't remember those pods being there. You probably because you were freaked out by trying to get out of that room as fast as you can, but you don't quite remember the pods being there per se. You do remember that your pod though was in the back, mostly because you hit your head on a couple of walls coming out of there. Twice.
That should be the only pod that's open in the room, correct?
Yeah. Well, all of them are
Yeah.
frozen over, so they're not open. You don't know if they're closed or not, but they're all frozen over essentially. So they're probably closed to
Yeah.
the best of your knowledge.
What
Mhm.
vault did you two say? Did you say that this was again?
207.
207.
207. Odd. They were apparently dealing with cryogenic technologies. Last I've heard from things I've looked at in old abandoned buildings, only Vault 111 was the one dealing with cryogenic cryogenic stasis. How odd that there would be another one that would have it and not be on record.
You better not touch any of these pods.
I have no plan to. They have no use of me.
Good.
Wonder
Alright.
stairs up the one that you came out of.
One of them is open. Am I to assume that that's the one
Oh,
you
the
came out
open,
of,
sorry.
Avery?
You don't know she came from this boat. You just know that she doesn't want to
Hey,
go
look
in here.
at the fucking vault suit you have on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the one that's opened.
Hmm. But yeah, she's looking at I think all of them at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
There is a set of terminals on the right as well, but they would require a little bit of tender, loving care to turn back on. So just
Shall I try some Deathclaw versions of Tender Loving Care?
you're welcome to. For plot reasons, it's going to work regardless of what you do because, well, if you break it, I will be mad. And also, you would get shot by Avery. But oh,
Hey, Sin.
huh?
Guess what time? Guess what I'm about to do?
Are you going to bash it?
No. Let me see. I'm looking for the right thing. Where is it?
Dude,
Okay, there was something here I wanted to use, but I can't seem to find it.
Blacksmith, computer. What are you looking for?
Engineer. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to take it apart and try to rewire it to see if he can get it working. Because obviously, it hasn't worked in forever. It's frozen shut. He's gonna need to try to rewire it.
Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of issues trying to get rewired. But as you do take it apart, you do notice, like you take it apart, you start kind of fiddling around with it, you sit down for a little bit, you start tinkering with it, using your big brain knowledge. You know, basically, you've also been taking apart these things since you were literally a child, hence why they found you with a bunch of these in your room. Is
Yes.
not that hard to kind of tinker with them, fiddle around with it. It does make a lot of noise. Does make a lot of as you do work around with it. But eventually, you do get to be able to work. You basically have to kind of plug it into one of the crowd tubes, kind of rework its electricity, kind of shove as much as you can in there, pull out some wires, plug it back in, see what you can do with it. But you do eventually get it to work. As weird as that
Okay, so
sounds.
can I roll for luck to see if he can accidentally open the cryo tube that he has it hooked to?
You can. Yeah. You're more than welcome to.
So I think I do have. There is like an actual luck.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to
In
roll,
the
right?
first tab.
All right. In the prime, yeah, there it is. I have real bad luck. I'm just gonna leave no modifier on it.
Yep. Wow. How
We'll zero luck.
you have the worst luck of the group. You have literally the lowest luck you could possibly get. And you managed to succeed on that. Literally, that was basically you getting a critical on your luck.
Oh my god.
As you
Oh,
were
yeah.
playing around with it, your big, honking, thick-ass body, you slam against it with your thick, meaty shoulder, and it cracks a little bit as it slowly starts to open. There are about 6 cryotubes in here, by the by.
Yeah.
As this one opens, Avery, you look at it, and you do notice it's a skeleton. It's a frozen skeleton, sure, and it's pristinely preserved, but it's a hell of a skeleton. You can easily tell that it's male, and they were fit as a motherfucker. But it's pretty much a skeleton at this point. There's some flesh left over, mostly, practically melded to the body itself, but it's more than definitely a what looks to be almost what you would call malnourished skeleton. It's kind of creepy.
Odd.
Winchester, I said not to touch any of these.
I did not mean to. You have to forgive me, Miss Avery. I am a big bitch. I did not mean to open it or touch it or anything. Though I am curious, though. It would seem like this cryotube didn't exactly do what it was intended to do. For one thing, the person inside, it looks like they suffocated almost.
All these folks are dead. Every single pod that is in here are dead folks that I used to know. I'm the only one who fucking survived, and I don't know why.
You do hear the machine that you were working on. Beep. 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 Kind of like an email tone, almost.
Oh my, how odd. Let's see. He clicks it open and he reads it out.
Yeah. As you put open, you do notice there are 14 individual entries that you could be looking at.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so just have to go through all these things, see what is spam and what isn't.
You're welcome to choose and pick any of them, or start at the beginning and go from there.
Well, he's gonna look them over and see which one seems the most important and which one seems less important. Particularly, he's looking for like any. Obviously, some of these emails are probably like status updates about the cryotube.
Yeah, they appear to all be some updates for the most part, and it seems to be kind of a story. Some of them are more boring than others, but there are
Yeah.
some important ones in
He's-
there.
he's
I am laying.
Mostly looking for around the time when cryotubes had a critical failure at any point. wants
So
to see
far,
if-
it doesn't say they have had a critical failure, but you do see some entries from 2077, 2079, 2099 to 100, 2150, 2215, and then they end. I'm sharing them all with you guys, by the way.
Alright.
They should be at the top here.
Alright,
He-
well. So he's eliminated the ones that look like they wouldn't be very important, and these are the only ones that look like they would be important. Or are they just, or are you just putting all 14 here?
I'm pretty much putting all 14 in here. They're all fairly important, at least to the best of, to Avery, they would all be important. To you, probably a few of them wouldn't, but you'd have to look them.
Well, folks, I hope y'all ready for exposition.
I did this an hour ago, by the way, all 14 of these. But this was my big brain moment. If you want, I can rate them out to you guys, or you can have Ron rate them, or...
Well, look, it's Winchester that is actually reading these, so wouldn't he be the one to read them out?
Yeah, you're welcome to, and glean whatever information you may.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. This is Dr. Gabale, I think that's what it says. After several weeks being in this damned vault, we finally found out how to get everything organized and settled in, and everyone identified. However, we did find someone we weren't originally expecting. A girl named Avery Lee. He takes a quick look back at Avery and he continues reading. Her skill with machines is rather impressive, but whether or not she'll be useful is another matter entirely. Okay, it's that doctor again. After extensive testing with this girl's ability, I decided to give her my blueprints on a prototype of the cryotube. Couldn't give her the version I created after all. Couldn't give her the version I created after all. She was stunned for a moment, but immediately started to fix it up even on the paper itself. I told her it was something I was planning on using for refrigeration, like a meat locker.
You remember this
Good.
conversation vividly, Avery. It's legitimately is like it was only like a couple months ago that you had this conversation. Since you've been on the wastelands for over a couple of years, you do remember this conversation very vividly. He seemed like a pretty nice guy, also like a jackass that was willing on selling you out to the highest bidder, but a relatively nice guy.
Girl's ability with machines is truly unparalleled. She managed to create the machine's blueprints in only a couple of days. After this point, I decided to tell her it was a cryo machine. She looked, I suppose, unfazed by this, but asked me if she could test it first once it was finished. She, and I quote, could not wait to stop living in this hellhole. And from what I've heard, she didn't have much else to live for in the first place. A useful test subject. It's been a couple of weeks since I have had her on this project, and she has far excelled past where we had been stuck on for several years. She also had no skill with computers, so I had no doubt she will ever need speed. Interesting. And if she does, it'll be easy enough to dispose of her. The machine is almost done, and the plan is almost in motion. Oh dear.
That hits a hard point for you, Avery. Although you kind of figured, but
shocked. Yeah.
he seemed like the guy that would do that.
Yeah. Finally, we have regained contact with the other vault. At first, there was only one or two of them, but I am getting reports in by troves. Most of the vaults are accounted for. However, many have still gone silent. I would not be surprised if they had not gotten inside before the bombs truly hit. It wasn't very cool. We finally regained contact with the military, although they have taken to calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel now. Odd choice, but no matter. Their mission for me was the same. Produce code-named Winter Soldiers for use in Project Isolation. Ooh, now we're getting into the juicy stuff.
So, this vault had a lot of plans.
Clearly, indeed. Apparently, obviously these people were genetically experimented on, and were going to be kept for future use by the military. We'll have to look to see what we need to jot down Project Isolation later on, so we can keep and see if we see it pop up in any other documents later on.
You do see a massive jump in time, about 20 years or so.
I don't remember that part.
The project has been complete. The first cryotube is finished. My team has been following
Oh,
and
shoot,
writing
that shouldn't
down
be 20 years. Sorry.
This
Continue.
young lady has taken in order to create this beast, and now it is tested. Fortunately, I shall not live long enough to see the finished product. I'm already 70 years old, and she will be in there for at least 20 years in order to see the perfect result. Because of this, I have assigned my assistant Jacob to the project. He knows as well as I do this project must be completed. Otherwise, we will be ill-pressed for the future we must leave for.
Ill-prepared.
Whatever. I am a Deathclaw. I cannot read that well because of the tiny little screens.
Yeah, so that was a
Want me to read
2-year
it?
gap between when he brought her on the project using when they finally regained contact military and when they finished the project.
And now it's been like a 20-year gap.
Yeah, long gap.
This is Dr. Jacob Samuel. Although the term doctor is rather unneeded, I was assigned to Project Isolation many years ago by my mentor. And finally, we see the results. We opened up the cryotube exactly 20 years after Miss Avery Lee was put inside. Inside of it, as per Dr. I
Jabal.
cannot say this. Jabal?
Yeah.
Jabal's instruction. We need to make sure her body was in proper condition and see if any side effects had occurred. She came out groggy, although not knowing where she was at first. This made injecting her with anesthetics that much easier. We checked her blood, then her general vitals, and even her prosthetic, to ensure it was still in full function. Shockingly, it was. After a few years of testing, we injected her with the medicine from Dr. Jabal, the Winter Soldier Serum. Odd. That sounds very familiar. Weird. He dubbed it. It's essentially, it would essentially, it made so her blood didn't form crystals in the tube and end up killing her when she was defrosted. We might also eventually give her some other drugs, see if we can boost the body to get that super soldier body the military wanted. Ah, that might explain why the other people are dead.
What in the hell? I don't remember things.
You vaguely get flashes of a needle, but yeah, there's like no memory from back then. You don't remember getting out of the pod, but apparently they took you out.
Miss Avery, do you remember anything about this?
No, I thought I'd been sleeping the entire time.
I wonder if super soldier serum actually worked. We'll have to test this out later. I'm very curious now.
They injected me with drugs and serum?
Oh, they said they were planning on doing so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they said they were planning it, but I don't know if they went through it yet. Allow me to continue. My crew and I have been at work. I've been at quick work with the other cryotubes. Unfortunately, trying to get the materials is sufficiently difficult, and it is very likely we would have to go outside and forage for more if we wish to make a cryotube for all the members in the vault, which we cannot do. As much as we shall be taking our best genetically and physically men and putting them into these cryotubes, we'll do routine checks on them every now and again, but I suspect I shall not be making any more of these entries. Ah, there's a 50-year gap after this one. I wonder what had happened. Man, been 50 years since one of these were made, huh? I'm kinda shocked. Hello, my name is Jean.
Jean.
Or Noah. Jean. I am the lead scientist, or what can be qualified as one here, and I was just contacted by the Brotherhood of Steel, as they called themselves. They are looking for an update on Project Isolation. Honestly, I was a bit confused, so I checked everything and here we are. I didn't want to mess anything up. I know those doctors probably had rigorous testings that they did, but I decided just to do the basic testing. Not like we have much medicine to go around anyways. People getting sicker every day. Anywho, I called these fellows out, tested them again. Oddly didn't find the one labeled Avery. Who cares though, am I right? The Brotherhood of Steel wanted males, not females. Sorry, off track again. All the vitals look nice. We decided to keep one out for a couple of days and see how he fares. The others we shoved back in. This next one is just a day later. Alrighty, well that ended badly. Turns out if you keep them out of the cryotubes for too long, they kinda go crazy. I assumed it has to be from the time displacement. Being separate from your friends and family and waking up in an entirely new generation does that to a person. Note to self: don't let them near other people if they wake up. My goodness, the amount of time that. These are all on the same day. These last three seem to have taken roughly a few minutes apart from each other.
Yep.
Let's see what these have to say. Man, these folks really got around, didn't they? Hi, my name is Jimmy. I ain't no fact doctor or anything. Never took any classes, just learned from my pop. And his before him and so on. Probably. I'm from this line of folks though. Probably. Anywho, I'm just here to check up on stuff, I guess. No, got another call from the Brotherhood of Steel folks. They seem interested in the muscle boys in our ice cubes. Ugh, I cannot read this man's writing. Ugh.
You can very much so tell it was not professionally made.
Yeah. I'm all for letting them out, honestly. I don't even know why we keep them. No, now the dear Jean said to not let them near other people. So I'll just say I'm a new study and let them through the door. Yeah, that'll work. Something tells me that went horribly wrong. Quite literally. Shit. That didn't work. Ha! I called it. Yeah, so turns out they hate everyone, and they are super soldiers in peak condition. And their fists ripped my friend's head off. My goodness. So yeah, my day is pretty much ruined. Oh dear. The Brotherhood of Steel Boys called again though. Sounded different from last time. But the whole murder was a bit on my mind. They told these fellas to head to the doctor up north and they would
Reconvene.
Reconvene.
Yeah, reconvene there. Considering they just murdered my friends and we aren't really docs here, probably the best for them. Unfortunately, now we have less people and less food and less everything, really. We have an apple farm somewhere, but I doubt it's in proper use anymore. The dirt isn't working too well after so many years. But wait, how can dirt not work? I mean, granted, it's probably full of radiation, but still. Anyway, don't worry, people. Last one. Here we go. Well, they left. Took a bit more food with them, and just left. After they opened that damn door, I closed it right behind them. Hope it hit him in the eye. Ooh, oh boy, okay. I would say we don't get another year left in us. We don't got another year left in us. Not many left to go around. So this will be the last entry I make. This is Jimmy James saying,
Jim
hi,
James.
did he have two first names or what?
Jim James.
Weird. I hope you find folks reading this are all right. There are about 4 or 5 of these winter soldiers, I believe they were called. Cruel sons of dogs, I call them. Never did find the lady. Might try while I'm still breathing, but I doubt I'll do much. She won't want to be alive in this shit fest anyways. And that's all of it.
That seems to be the only thing on this computer. Besides it saying that, when they were opened, of course. And then the one that you just opened was partly closed, but it seems to have had an error sign that everyone passed over, it seems.
Yeah. Well, that was a long, exhausting backstory, Miss Avery. Do you think maybe... Obviously, they tried that Winter Soldier serum on you. Do you think maybe you have the effects of it?
I don't know.
Well,
I woke up and I was dazed as hell. Felt like my body wanted to fucking explode.
You could try searching the machine and seeing if there's any medicine or anything that was removed at that time.
My pod's over there. It's far corner.
all right. I'm gonna go examine it.
You kind of have to squeeze yourself in there. It's a tight fit for you. Looks like a storage closet.
My goodness, what a small room they've got.
Do you want me to go in there?
Yes, it might be best, but oh dear. I
You're
think
not
that's a
stuck,
problem.
are you?
I-
no.
You seem I seem to be stuck.
All right, you big bitch. Come on.
All right.
I'm good.
Just be careful where you're grabbing. I'm a. Stop it!
Quit your laughing. We're just pulling you.
No, stop! Ridiculous.
I'm gonna. I guess me and Wandy are gonna try pushing him.
Shoving his
Wandy just
ass
looks at
forwards.
Avery
Yeah, you
first.
guys just keep shoving him forwards, and he finally squeezes into that little space. You do see your cryopod is much less frozen than the other ones. this one definitely was open more recently, and then obviously the other one was closed way back when, about 15 years or so. This one much recent.
He accesses the computer to see if he can find anything about Project Isolation.
Oddly enough, this one does work. It does
Or-
need a little bit power, but you managed to just hardwire some power into it. Seems to work perfectly fine besides that.
Yeah, he's mostly looking for more information on this Winter Soldier serum. That's kind of more what he's interested in right now.
Yep. So what you can find in there, first off, there was no extra medicine put into this pod or anything of that sort. So you assume that they didn't use any on her, but you also don't have full records, so they might have just done it from other spaces. And from the Project Winter.
Going off of what we read from the entries just now, and it sounded like they tested a prototype version of it on her. So he can't be sure.
Another thing you can figure out is that the Winter Soldier program, the Project Isolation, is basically a military program made by, this is from, what's his name? Not Jimmy, the one before him, Joan. Joan was explaining this because, well, she figured she might as well on the Lock Girls one. Actually, it's the one before they lost Avery. That guy, for all the viewers watching. And basically, it's saying that the Project Isolation was a project that was worked on by the first researcher.
Generations of people as well.
What?
And obviously, people, many generations have been working on this. At least 3 that Winchester could see from the note.
Yeah, it was a constantly worked on project to try to see if they could build an army and then keep the army at pristine condition for as many years as needed. Essentially, it's like if you need a war, you unfreeze these guys at peak super soldier condition and throw them at them. And then once
Basically, a better, basically a nuclear weapon without the boom part.
Yep. And it's very, like, one of the things that you read in there is they need no sleep, they need no exercise, they need no food, because we froze them. Once they come out, they are angry, angry folks.
So, look, Windsor knows that he promised Avery that he wouldn't touch any of the other ones, but now he has to know. He's squeezing himself back out. It was easier to get out than it was to get in for him, though, this time.
Yeah.
And he looks to Avery and he's like, Miss Avery, I am very sorry, but I have to know, all right? He walks over to the thing and he opens up the rest of the cryo tubes.
All of them are empty. They're all very frozen. And they were all, like, fully closed as well, but they are all empty. Completely empty.
Oh dear, this is not good. How many of them that are empty?
4.
Oh dear. It would seem if this project was a success, as I'm hoping it wasn't, we may have 4 superpowered individuals out there running amok.
I'm sorry, what? No. All of these were full. They were full of corpses. I remember that coming out. I staggered. I looked in there. I tried to see if maybe there was someone else alive, but I was the only one.
Maybe they were just delayed. They had to thaw out at first. Are you saying, Miss Avery, that you opened these before and then closed them?
I didn't open them. I checked their terminals. I checked their vitals, and they were deceased.
While looking at the terminals, you do see that it does says deceased on them.
Maybe there's something more to it than we initially thought.
Unless,
You initially thought.
actually, I have a hypothesis. Somebody from the Brotherhood of Steel came by and took the body.
But why would they need dead bodies?
Because the serum would still be within the bloodstream.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And if I am right, Miss Avery, would you please come with me back to my cave?
Oh, Ron, real quick, roll perception.
All right.
Plus 2 modifier.
Let me just pull up my character sheet again.
Yeah.
Chris, it's on tab. This is a skill, right?
Yeah, it's the first tab.
Oh, it's in first.
Yeah, special.
Okay.
Just roll that plus 2.
With a plus 2. All right.
You do notice the one with the skeleton in it has the same readings as the other ones. Even though the other
But
ones are
clearly-
closed, they have the exact same readings.
Yeah.
And the one with the skeleton is closest to her pod. Do you inform her of that, or do you just kind of let be?
Yeah, he tells her. He tells her about that, what he noticed.
She's gonna go up to that pod and see if there's anything weird about it.
Roll me perception +4. I actually don't know what your perception is.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
plus
you
4.
are
Alright.
hardcore focusing on this bitch. You really
especially
want to know.
considering that Whit just told you something's off about it.
Yeah, that too.
Alright, so where art
First step.
thou, my friend? Am I just being dumb, or am I not seeing it? Okay, yes, I am. I'm seeing it. Never mind.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
looking
+4.
under primed.
Alright.
Ooh.
So while you're looking at this thing, you do notice that it's not technically hooked up to a thing. It looks like they took the guy from that entry who, they said was kind of going crazy, and just grabbed him and shoved him back in here and closed it.
That must be that fella that ripped the guy's head off.
The one that they pulled out and he went.
Yeah.
That would make sense why he's dead. They didn't properly strap him in, basically.
Honestly, I woke up, I was angry too. Fuck, time displacement, learning that you...
I mean, how do you think I felt when I woke up like this?
How do you feel when you wake up 100 years after everything's been gone? Realizing you have nothing.
Miss
You
Avery,
are nothing.
he
Avery.
when Victor kind of gets down, so he's eye level with you. Miss Avery, look at me. I'm a monster. I know exactly what you're going through. I can't go into towns anymore. I can barely speak without this machine around my neck.
But you have the purpose, don't you? Reason to keep putting one foot over the other.
To tell you the truth, for a while there, I've been wondering if it was even worth it. It's been years, and I still haven't come up with any cure for my condition. And I would not want to tell you the amount of years it has been.
Jap doesn't have anything to look for, but Jap's alive.
He says
Avery
that
just
so
jumps,
happily.
and she jumps, goes like, holy
What?
fuck! Jay!
Okay, he does
Oh
have
my
the
God.
red roach just sitting in his arms. Jap made a friend.
She points the barrel at the red roach.
Hey! Jap slaps the barrel down. Don't point that thing at him. His name is Doug. He's friendly.
A red roach.
Yeah. His name is Doug.
All
And
that
you were
thing's gonna
gonna
do is
that.
attract trouble.
Like I said, Miss Avery, red roaches, to my knowledge, don't eat meat.
I handed him a piece of jerky.
It ate the jerky.
It took the jerky. I'm not sure what you're talking about. It doesn't eat meat. I fed this thing a piece of jerky, and
Yeah,
now it's my friend.
Feel free to roll cave. Actually, roll city for this.
Also, I don't know why y'all are arguing
No,
about
just roll
this.
C.
Or fighting. Jap don't got nothing, but Jap's still happy.
Well, if anything, what did you call it again? Doug?
Yeah, Jap made a friend named Doug.
Well, if anything, red roaches are, well, a cockroach in
Where
general.
are you?
It might be very useful for us. They are scavengers after all. And besides, it's pretty small. He might be able to fit into places that we can't go. Problem is, though, it is a roach. I don't know how we're going to consider it being able to tell it what we wanted to do.
It
Hey, Doug,
attempts to.
Can you go say hi to Winchester?
It attempts to give some good old cheer to Winchester, using its charm ability.
Which it now has.
I mean, the other ones had too, but oh no, they found what? It's not good enough. it looks at you and kind of puts its head on the ground and rolls over itself and licks Avery's boot.
Hey,
Avery tries so hard not to just stomp on this damn thing.
hey, it tries to
Also,
make you happy.
also,
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
can we just restate that me and Avery are covered in its mother's guts?
Oh yeah,
Doesn't
you guys
care.
smell horrible, by the way. You
By
guys
the way, are
smell
you two
so bad.
alright? I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier, but I was distracted.
Oh, you got a melee weapon. Nice. Go
Miss Avery, clearly you have trauma from Rad Roach. I can see you shaking in your boots, so to speak, as it is. Look, I know this is gonna sound weird, but would you rather ride on my back while it's around?
Fine. Yeah, but it just looks like Avery is just on the verge of tears. And it's just, hurry it up. I'm getting out of here.
Wander, you
Look
do
at that,
remember. Wander, you do remember the doctor they are talking about, though. It's the same doctor you've had little experience getting to, because you do have to go through gang territory to reach them, and you have never had the interest in walking through the gang territory.
I'm just going to step around. Thank you. Miss Avery,
Wander,
Let me fix that.
wait. Please.
Wander just stands there, thinking.
Yeah. He
Hey,
leans down.
Wanda, do
Winchester
you have a moment?
Winchester leans down enough so you can put a foot on one of his horns so he can lift you up onto his back.
So I'm assuming you guys
can-
leave
you can-
the vault at this point.
Well, he putting in Miss Avery on his back, and then he walks back over to here to yell to them too. He's like, "If you need us, we will be in my cave. I need to check up on something.
Okay.
When you
Yeah, that
two are
sounds
done,
good.
meet us there." And then he leaves to head back to his cave.
Nice. All right.
So, you want me to leave you alone? I just think that Jeff could ask you a question.
Yeah, sure. Ask away.
How can we hear
I can wait, what?
how do we, sorry, I'm a bit of a spaz when it comes to my voice. You see Jeff, like, smacking his chest. How do we cheer her up?
How do we
Cheer
cheer
her
her
up.
up?
Find a tomahawk.
I don't know. We've been together for 2 years, and it's hard to cheer up someone who's pretty well lost everything.
Oh.
God knows I know how she feels.
You remember the good old feeling of a smile. You also remember your past. That makes you smile less. So you stop remembering your past because you have a rat roach.
Doug? You think I could hand Doug and see with smile?
You want your rat roach to smile at you?
No, I want to hand Avery Doug. Doug is friendly.
Oh god.
Do you think that would get her to smile?
In one way, yeah, but I wouldn't encourage it.
Okay. If you have any ideas, let me know. I want to be helpful.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Bye, there, Captain. I'm gonna leave you be. And he walks up with Doug.
Fucking Doug, I swear.
I know. Rogue, I'm assuming you've just been kind of walking around this area looting what the hell you can.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's nothing else here to be honest.
Mhm.
I mean, you did find a nice tomahawk, so that'll be useful.
I did true. So well, I'm just wondering what else can be here.
Nice. And then
I mean, hill
from
leaves are pretty good.
yeah, and then
Those are
from
good.
your guys' looting from the rad roaches, you also get this stuff
Bunch
too,
of
which
blood.
is common under armor and common melee weapon as well. So that's
So all of us gotta roll this.
no, it's just so you guys get to pick and choose basically. So you guys have leather rag to choose from, common melee weapon. You guys have a knife, leather rags. You also get 1d4 holotapes, which is did that roll? Ah, there we go. You guys get 2 holotapes, 1d7 rope. Yeah, this is for you guys to share around you, so feel free to play in whoever's inventory.
1d7. Okay.
2 rope.
Well, remember, in the end, this is all gonna go to Winchester because he's gonna basically be the pack mule.
Pretty much, yeah. And
When
wow,
they're
that's
able
a
to
lot of
find
twos.
a way to get, like,
And 2 cloth.
7.
a bunch of tutus.
Wow,
Oh,
another 2.
roll.
Yeah, 2 holotape, 2 rope, 2 cloth, a knife, and some leather rags. So, all of which for you guys to store, loot. Everything that we've rolled loot for so far, you guys get to put into your inventories or just into Winchesters. I'll let you guys distribute them however you wish. And you guys can sell at some later point in time. But okay, so that was a good learning team time. If you guys look
Learning
at
team
your
time.
journal as well,
Learning
you guys should see the quests there too. I had some pictures for them, so you guys can have some fun with that. Where are you guys planning on going next?
Well, remember, Winchester's taking Avery back to his cave because he wants to run a few tests on her with her consent, of course.
Well, we have about 10 minutes. Let's run through that real quick. Well, I'm assuming that the Wanderer is kind of thinking and just kind of following them at a slower speed, such like that. Same with everybody else.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let me
So
place your food.
Winchester pushes the thing to let the bridge come out as he walks up there with Avery on it.
Boop boop.
He walks over to some of his test tubes and stuff,
Mhm.
and he leans and he kind of lays down to let her just slide off.
Oh my. Okay. I'm assuming, Avery, that you are a broken shell of a person right now.
Yeah, just her eyes are completely dull. It just looks just a walking husk, just not thinking, just
So
unless I guess.
He goes and gets his stuff together, and he's setting it around you because he realizes that you're probably not feeling very well. He also kind of rolls over a rock in such a way so you can sit down on it. Now, Miss Avery, I hope you don't mind, but I would like to take a little bit of blood. Is that all right with you?
Sorry, hold on, give me a second.
All right.
You're good. I'm assuming she's giving consent.
Yeah, just go on ahead.
Now, you can see him using his claws to very carefully pick up like a needle thing.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to ask you to take blood yourself. Can't exactly use it myself.
Mhm.
I might hurt you unintentionally.
She takes the needle, and she has like that sad smile at me, just pulls up the sleeves of her jumpsuit and inserts the needle into a vein. Trust me, keep me by accident. Doing me a favor.
After drawing
I
the
know
blood,
things-
she hands it back
I
to
know-
you.
Thank you. He carefully picks it up and sets it into like a machine of his
Mhm.
that you can see the blood start pouring into it, like drop after drops and drops.
Mhm.
it goes into like this weird mad sciencey style chemical reset thing as he's looking it over.
Besides the surprisingly large quantity of alcohol in her blood, which is kind of higher than most other people's, at least from what you're aware of. It's definitely higher than a Deathclaw would have, but that's because Deathclaws don't drink. She seems to be in pretty much peak condition. Honestly, the best you've seen for most humans. She's in pretty peak condition, especially considering how much she drinks. She is pretty damn fit, but besides that, you really can't see anything else wrong with her blood.
Miss Avery, might I ask you, how much do you drink at a
Well, Wandry usually takes it away from me, but if I had a good day and manage to get off away from him, I just drink and drink and drink until I forget where I'm at. I don't know. I guess the most I drank was like 4 bottles of scotch.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
To the best of your knowledge with human anatomy, drinking that much on a regular basis, which she appears to do on a semi-regular basis, would have killed someone her size 4 times over at this point.
This is odd, very odd indeed, because you're drinking basically enough alcohol to kill an elephant, in a sense, almost. But yet, you seem to be kicking, and from what my test is saying, you're as healthy as a horse.
Well, sometimes I drink damn thing and I don't feel anything. That's the reason why I have to drink so much.
Real quick, roll me a perception -2.
-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not quite used to testing human blood, so it's a little bit of a difficult one.
Alright, perception.
Yep.
-2.
Wow. Alright. You do notice, as you're looking over the blood, there is a weird consistency to it. You assumed at first this was because the alcohol, but considering how much she drinks, her blood should be alcohol at this point. So the fact that it is at this weird consistency is a little bit odd to you. You, however, are not a doctor, nor do you know much about doctors. You know how most medicines work, you also know how most machines work, you also know how to code, but people is a whole different matter entirely. It would be like trying to do DNA testing while working on how to make a monitor flash blue. So
Yeah.
you know for a fact
But
there's something weird going on, but you don't know what.
Yeah. No, yeah, but obviously with just basic knowledge of what he can remember,
Mhm.
this isn't right. He's seeing here is not right.
She should absolutely be dead. From either the amount of times she got shot. You can also see some weird things in her blood, probably from radiation. That's another odd thing that you notice in there. Slight bit of radiation. Although you're pretty sure everything has radiation, so that's not that weird to you.
Everything is a bit trace of radiation.
Yeah, everything picks up radiation in this radiation-soaked world.
So here's the thing. He notices that little weird compound in there that he thinks may be radiation.
Mhm.
He's gonna try to see if he can't use this to isolate it from her blood, just to see it truly what it is.
You can try. Let me see what kind of roll that would be on. I'm very...
Medicine?
I would guess it would be probably medicine, unless there's... Okay, it would definitely skill.
It could be doctor.
blood testing with blood. That's like doctor. That's like medicine.
Yeah.
Or unless there's a doctor skill.
Yeah, there's a doctor skill and a chemistry skill. Roll me
Or
both
would
of
be under
those.
Chemistry.
Roll me both chemistry and doctor. If you succeed on either one of those, which both of them are pretty bad for you, we can see how it goes. Yeah.
Any modifiers?
No.
Oh dear.
You have it is a very tough roll for you.
Obviously, I can't do that. Wait, it was right here the whole time. I'm dummy. So no modifiers for any
Nope.
of that?
Just chemistry and
Alright.
doctor. Oof.
Here's chemistry. And here's doctor.
Hey, 69. Unfortunately, you are not able to rip apart the compound, essentially. It does kind of split slightly, but then it kind of molds back together, almost like the compound is trying to stick with her
Can
blood.
Jeff taxi walk in?
You are more than welcome to, yeah. You've probably been
Where is
following
the
them for a
job?
while.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, okay. Double time. Okay.
Mr. Winchester, can I see that for a moment?
See what?
Hand me the file, please.
It's right there. You can pick it up. I remember Deathclaw hands.
Right. You want me to roll doctor?
Yeah. Roll doctor plus
Roll.
10 for you because you have a lot more experience with people's blood than you need to. Then you barely missed that one. You know for a fact there's something in this blood, but you ain't no doctor. They did reference a doctor inside the
I mean,
notes though.
if he has chemistry, I mean,
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jap is not a chemist. He's a
Okay.
doctor.
Oh,
He's
he's
not a
bad at
chemist.
chemistry.
I can try chemistry.
I mean, you could
I
try.
could try.
You'd have to get a really,
Never
really
know.
high roll for chemistry. Oh my god. That was a ridiculously high roll. But,
There's something in there, but I can't separate it. Odd.
I know. I'm having a problem with that myself. Is there a doctor in town next to us?
You're looking at him.
Winchester, looking at his chemistry set, he slowly turns his head to you and he's like, I'm sorry, what?
Jap is the entertainer, but Jap also pats people up constantly. It's because Jap has... Never mind. Jap has a lot of things he's done in his years over the time, and many happy things. Jap took on a lot of odd jobs. Jobs that weren't violent, because Jap ain't violent. So I learned to be a bit of a doctor, though I'm not a very good one. There are other doctors, but you're looking at the closest one to us.
the only other doctor that you know of, because you tend to keep in relative contact. Also, it's gangs. You know a lot of the gangs. A lot of the gangs know you, not by your choice. No, you don't know them by choice. They find you and they make sure you know them. You do know there is a doctor, which was mentioned inside of the things, and I think Zero's mentioned it once or twice. He's definitely mentioned to Avery, I think, right, Zero?
Yeah.
There's
Avery knows a
there
bit
is
about... Avery would know that Wanderer knows more about the things.
Mhm.
It's just... It's like, need to know anything, Wanderer probably knows it best.
Yeah.
yeah. And Avery on her first, I mean, it's kind of weird because Avery's first day coming out did express aggressive behavior. I mean, she killed 2 people because she, quote unquote, woke up and had a very bad day.
Yeah. To the best of your guys' knowledge, there is an area to the top left, northwest, I think. That is a place where a doctor is. Unfortunately, it is, if we move back over to the notice board here, it is... Oh, is that seriously where it is? Yeah. Is in Kiwi Crusader territory.
Oh boy.
Yeah, is... See, this is Kiwi Crusader main base. Right here... Oh, I was on the wrong token. This is Kiwi Crusader main base. This is the area that Kiwi Crusader will fight you for to hell. This is the central point. Actually, is that Deathfall or is that... Let me check real quick. Yeah, Iron Forge is Dapper Deviants, right over here. And Deathfall is where they tend to fight each other over, while Beggar's Hole and most of the areas to around Iron Forge is Dapper Deviant territory. Right up here, to the best of your guys' knowledge, is where the Crimson Vipers tend to be. But you guys don't know much past that without the help of Wanderer, because he's been around here for a lot, but he never goes above Deathfall. Mostly because he doesn't want to get hit by exploding glittery grenades of hell. So much fun. Don't you folks love me?
Alright, well,
Back to our
well, it would seem like we would have to get a second opinion on this. At least enough to isolate this interesting compound. It could easily just be that it's radiation poisoning from being out in the radiation too long, or from drinking too much alcohol. Nobody really knows. But I don't want to go off of a hypothesis to actually know exactly what I'm seeing here. But I have a theory about what it might be. Considering the evidence that we've seen at the vault, Miss Avery's attitude towards anything really, and the fact that she can drink and drink and drink and not over dead, I would have to say, judging from what I've seen so far, you might have that super soldier sit inside you, Miss Avery.
I'm sorry, the super soldier. What now?
The Winter Soldiers we read about for Project Isolation. I feel like you might have not like a perfected vein, but maybe a prototype version of it. One that wasn't fully finished.
Roll me a D1 real quick.
So, yeah.
Because you're drinking again.
No modifiers?
Yep, just a 1. Ooh, boy. You are not drunk still.
Yeah, she, like, you see her just drink an entire flask and she's still not feeling a thing, and she just looks disappointed.
You are frankly quite concerned with her health, and her well-being, and her existence.
Can I have a Wanderer come in? No?
Yeah, I'm assuming you and Rogue are just kind of walking together at this point.
Yeah, but Wanderer's waddling a bit. Sort of like walking side to side.
Ooh. Rogue, I'm assuming you're following him?
I am following him, yeah.
Ah, cool. I don't know why this group is nice, but they've given you some nice stuff.
So, I got this super soldier serum. What, do you want to see if I actually have it?
Well, I think you have the full thing, so you might not have like the super strength or something of that akin, but I think you may have like maybe the reason why you're able. Like I said, it's probably an unfinished version. With you drinking all that alcohol, I have noticed it does make you drunk, but you also seem to be a better shot when you are drunk.
Can I roll for drunkenness?
For what? Well, you did you drink?
He drank while everyone was gone.
Absolutely, yeah. Roll 1d100. What did you drink specifically?
I'm pretty sure Avery was trying to drink her whiskey, but I remember taking it away from her.
Yeah, so he drank whiskey.
Yeah, feel free. If you drunk the entire bottle, you're drunk.
Wait.
Did you drink the entire bottle?
Yep.
You're hella drunk.
You're fucking drunk, guy.
Yeah, you're hella drunk.
You see like Wanderer. He's just like.
Wandy, why are you walking like that?
No reason, Avery.
What?
I'm drinking to be drunk.
What did you drink my entire bottle of whiskey?
He pulls out the bottle. It was such a nice hit. Glad it's gone.
And you take away my alcohol? That's bullshit.
All right. Well,
I don't care. I'm fucking.
well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I do have to stop this here because I do have to go downstairs and watch my sister. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode. Huh?
Oh, wait, that was a good story.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you guys be here when we find out why the hell Wanderer just drunk himself to practically unconsciousness, and why Avery Lee seems to be a drunken god.
Can't get drunk.
Yeah. She is just not capable of getting drunk at this point for some reason. It was
And
amazing.
so her friend she's met like 2 years ago got drunk for her.
I know, right? All right, well, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and we shall also figure out a little bit more of Rogue's backstory as well. Hopefully on the next episode, we'll see why he's there, and more importantly, why does he keep following you folks who are drunk and have a death claw who could possibly kill all of you in less than a second? Besides,
Well,
yeah.
You can literally talk to him and know that he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah. Also, I'll be giving you guys a lot more material, not more items, next session, and you guys are all going to be ranking up to level 2. So, for most of you guys, you'll be getting your skill points at perk. For Ron and Rogue, I think, or maybe it's Ron and Zero. Hold on just a second.
I'm doing my character sheet.
Nice. Ron and
I'm talking into that a little later. I got other preoccupations.
Yeah.
Mind.
Not Ron. Yeah, Ron and Ron and Zero. You both will be getting a perk next level because of your trait in Ron's level. But you guys basically get your skill points, which I believe is on the first tab, if I remember correctly. By the way, if you guys wish to redo your characters, you are more than welcome to. For those who wish to, this is a one-time thing since you guys now know how to play, how to work characters, how to use things like that. So you guys are welcome to redo your characters.
Sin, do it. I want to redo.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway, so I will be talking to you guys later. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. All right. Auf Wiedersehen.
All right.
Bye.